Good evening, everybody. It's George Madgwick, and we got a special show tonight because we have got the creator of this Christmas masterpiece on the show now.
Hey! Special delivery for Cirque here. Hey! Santa suits, shiny boots, jingle on the floor. Knock, knock, number 10, Kier opened the door. Made my list, checked it twice, guess who's there again? Nigel Claus is coming down the flue at number 10. Hey, hey, Santa dump at number 10. Hey, hey, I'll dump on Kier. And then, whoa, 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 let's count to 10. Dump, dump, dump at number 10.
And that's the song from Crewkerne Gazette, who are joining us right now. So I'll bring them onto the show. Hello and welcome. How are you doing?
Hello. And that was the tame version of the song, the less controversial clip, but it's still great. I mean, the original one, which funnily enough is at number 2 on the charts right now, one could say it is also about number 2, which is controversial.
And I guess people could go onto iTunes to download it to listen to it, right?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So we're in the midst of this battle at the moment between the current number 1, which is Palestine Together, and you know they have a lot of people buying that song. They have 2 versions of that song, in fact, on the charts. I don't know how that is. It's a controversy in itself, but we can do it. We've got 4 hours now to get to that number 1 spot. The momentum is there. We've had phenomenal support. I've never known support like this for a campaign of this kind of thing before. I mean, I've never done music before in the charts like this, so this is a totally new experience for myself and my colleague at the Crewkerne Gazette, who shall be affectionately known as Crewkerne Man 2. But just the response has been amazing, and I think it comes from a place of people who are fed up, people who want change in this country. They're sick to death with the governance of the Labour Party. They're sick of seeing Keir Starmer doing things that harm the country. And what we're doing here is channeling that anger, that energy into something that is incredibly positive, because, of course, all of the proceeds that are raised from the sales of this song will go to causes that support the victims of grooming gangs. And, you know, we're talking thousands and thousands of people up and down this country who have been affected by this terrible thing.
So a lot of people across the world really would have seen your songs, maybe without even knowing they were your songs. I mean, but just before this conversation, I said to you, "Oh, was this one of yours?" And you were like, "Yeah, it was." So, I mean, how did it start and how has it developed over this year? Because I think the safest thing for me to say is probably everybody has seen at least one of your songs on social media this year.
I think so, and pretty much it's becoming international now. I mean, there's probably a few people in the Antarctic or Greenland who haven't seen them. But what we're noticing is that people from all across the world are coming across these videos. You asked about how it started, and for me, you know, like I was saying about the song and the reason why people might buy it. It came from a place of being dissatisfied with comedy and the fact that none of the mainstream comedians were really covering the ruling party, the Labour Party. Even Spitting Image, you know, who've been around for 30, 40, 50 years, probably like 50 years now. You know, they're all focused on Donald Trump and, you know, Prince Harry and things in America that are just not relevant to the day-to-day lives of British people in this country. So having access to some really great technology, you know, I would say the best kind of AI technology right now. This isn't just stuff that, you know, you can make on a smartphone. This is things that are creating almost Hollywood level productions. We decided to channel that into the Crewkerne Gazette, and the result has been hilarious.
Yeah, it's been hilarious. The one I remember is that Angela Rayner, the rap, which was just absolutely hilarious. And obviously, we had that one the other day. I think it went on national news actually with Kemi Badenoch as well, that made national news, and she thought it was hilarious as well, which was good. So, you know, and all the politicians knew it. You know, I sent your video and your song to Reform HQ earlier, and they were like, "I love those guys." You know, they even that, yeah, everybody knows you guys. So that's a really good thing. I think people know it for a good reason, because it's almost like political satire, but in a real comedy way. You know, it's not really hurtful. It's highlighting, I think, real concerns, genuine concerns of the population, but in a very light-hearted way, which I think is very unique in politics nowadays. And I think that's why they're so viral. That's why I think they go so well.
And I think you've hit the nail on the head, to be honest, George, because like last year we had all of the rioting. It was awful. It was an awful period of time. People were angry, and you can understand that sense of anger, because what happened was awful. A tragedy of the highest order. But it's a case of channeling that anger into things that are productive, things that can make change, things that hopefully cheer people up. And this is what we used to have, with Spitting Image and all these things. People weren't angry. They didn't go onto the streets. They were staying at home and watching television. Now people are looking at their smartphones and they're looking for that next laugh. But of course, we try to stay relevant. We try to ensure that all of our content is produced, really quickly. Like we have like a 2-hour to 6-hour turnaround on many of the videos that we're producing. And I think that's incredibly important, because people don't want to be reading the news tomorrow. They want to be reading it now.
Yeah, I think you're right. And, I think we're here tonight doing this stream, obviously, to highlight the song. I think this is the important thing, because obviously it is Christmas week season, and any song that ends up #1 this week becomes the Christmas #1, which is why you guys have released it, which is great. But I think what you highlighted earlier is that if everybody looks in the top left corner there, they'll see that the pro-Palestinian song is currently #1, which is a disaster, in my opinion. We cannot let a pro-Palestinian song be the Christmas #1, and you are sitting comfortably at #2 at the moment, which is amazing. But I think a lot of people at home, certainly watching, and up until last year I was the same, they don't even realize iTunes is a thing anymore. But iTunes is incredibly powerful, because the big top 40 chart on Capital FM and Heart FM tomorrow is based on iTunes sales, and if you get to that #1 position on iTunes, you get a guaranteed play on Capital FM and Heart FM tomorrow, which will be incredible. So that's really important. But I don't think people know how to buy it. So I did a little screen grab before this conversation, just so people know what to do after this live stream to buy the song. So if you have got an iPhone at home, by all means, just scroll up. Obviously, you can then just search iTunes. Don't search music or Apple Music. Search iTunes Store. Go on there and you'll see there at #2, Crewkerne Gazette, which you can then click on and press the 79p button to play. Now, if you want to search it, you can click on the search button. You'll see in trending #3, the Crewkerne Gazette there. And once again, just buy the song. So if everybody watching this right now can go and buy that record if they're on iTunes, we've got a real chance of hitting a #1 position by the end of the night, haven't we?
No, a real chance. And I think for 79p, and I look, I know times are hard for many of the folks listening, but it is 79p. And it's an investment. It's an investment in the fact that you're going to have this song that is going to humiliate Keir Starmer. And I know a lot of people want to do that. Imagine him waking up on Christmas morning and seeing that at #1 in the charts. But also, we're going to be supporting people who need the help. We have a lot going on with the inquiries at the moment. Well, probably not so much going on with the Labour inquiry. I know they've just appointed the new heads of that, but it's taking years. It's going to take years. But there are people out there who need the help. They need the support now. And we're hopeful that we'll be able to raise a bit of money to at least put it into the right places to give them direct help and support. So that's 79 pence is a 79p investment. And also, I should add, I know people are kind of on the line when it comes to AI technology, right? There's people who say, oh, it's AI slop, right? And maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But the fact of the matter is, so many people are actually coming over to AI because of the videos that we're putting out and seeing the value in it. And we're going to break a record. This is going to be the first AI Christmas #1, which is extraordinary. We're making history this Christmas as well.
Which I'm sure it won't be the last. How technology is developing as well, and you might have a few more yet. With the years to come. Maybe make it a thing and be the new lad baby of Christmas, perhaps. So for those of you joining, because I know there's been about 300 joins since the start of this video, new joiners. So let's just play another clip again, like we did earlier, of the song. And then maybe you could tell us a little bit more about the song and why you did it specifically.
Hey! special delivery for Sir Keir. Hey, Santa suits, shiny boots, jingle on the floor. Knock, knock, number 10, Keir opened the door. Made my list, checked it twice, guess who's there again? Nigel Claus is coming down the flue at number 10. Hey, hey, Santa dump at number 10. Hey, hey, I'll dump on Keir. And then, whoa, 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 let's count to 10. Dump, dump, dump at number 10.
Yeah, it's a great song. So what was the idea behind that? I mean, obviously it's probably quite simple based on the lyrics, but, you know, for those of people that haven't heard the whole song, what was your thinking behind it?
So I think, you know, George, I don't know how old you are. I mean, I'm mid-30s, right? And, you know, yeah, so similar age. So growing up, we had like the best Christmas songs ever. And, you know, they were a bit cheesy, a bit camp, a bit fun. And it was really wanting to recreate that, something that people could sing along to, that has a genuinely catchy chorus, something that resonates, something that feels powerful, you know, when chanted. And actually, funnily enough, today, I've come across a few people blasting the song out of their carts, which is great to see. Like, guys, if you've got the song, do it. Let other people hear it. They need to hear this. And in terms of the actual like visuals on the song, the video, what we've set out to do is kind of do like this snowball battle between Nigel Farage and Kemi Badenoch, or Badenoch, however you pronounce it, is also featuring in the video as well. And they're both setting out to land a snowball on Keir Starmer. In Nigel's case, you know, as I was talking about to begin with, those snowballs are fired from his bottom, which is quite, yeah, it's a bit different. It's a bit different, but it's funny. People find it hilarious, and you know, we're really proud of this song from an artistic level, and the images, the graphics that we put together, but also the sound. And you know, people have said to me, "Oh, this doesn't sound like you know, usual Crewkerne Gazette material." And they're right to say that, because we've deliberately set out to create, you know, a camp, cheesy, nostalgic, historic, hopefully, Christmas song.
Yeah, because a lot of your songs are usually more kind of grime based, I guess, a bit more rappy, a bit more edgy, aren't they? Usually.
Yeah, we try. I mean, we do different genres, and we've covered a few. We've covered a few great famous songs previously. There was obviously David Lammy with "Oops, I Did It Again." Britney Spears, which was a sight for sore eyes, I'm sure, for many in the Labour Party. But predominantly, a lot of the sort of fresh, relevant music videos that we produce are, UK grime, UK garage, coming from the sort of great era of this kind of music in the late 90s, I think, especially with a lot of the garage music. You know, Britpop as well, another, you know, the last bastion of British music, the second great British invasion of the American charts. But also we are doing kind of like West Coast hip hop as well. There was a few videos we've done with President Trump that have done really well. There was BBC Billion, which was a old school West Coast hip hop track. And, you know, that did so well. It got like hundreds of thousands of views. And it told the story of what was happening, you know, the story of what the BBC had done to the president at a time that was relevant to people, and that went you know, super viral.
Yeah, and as I say, for those of you once again that are logging on, because I can see more people logging on all the time. By the way, I can see live comments as well, and there's a lot of people saying they're going to be buying the song after the stream. A few people have said they've already bought the song, which is really good. So if you are watching, please put a comment on, because we can see it, and let us know if you've got it yet, and if not, why not? Because, you know, we'll explain that, because that's why we're here. We're here to promote the song, because the magic number is midnight tonight, where we need this song to be at number 1 on the iTunes chart, specifically on the iTunes chart, for it to get a guaranteed play on Capital FM or Heart FM radio tomorrow, because they do their big top 40 show tomorrow evening, and they base it on the most streamed songs on Apple Music, the most played songs on radio, and the iTunes chart. And the iTunes chart's the easiest way to do it. As I say, already sitting at number 2, which is incredible, and only being beaten by the Palestinian song. Have you even heard this Palestinian song? I haven't even heard it. Is it any good? Or
I've not bothered playing it. I know that Brian Eno is involved in the production of that. And of course, he's a colourful character who's had several hits with, elevator music. I think that's his thing, elevator music. So I've not listened to it. I just see that it's Palestine Together, which is not really relevant to Christmas or relevant to anything really. They could have done this a few weeks ago, right? Fine,
Yeah.
But this is our Christmas, and our Christmas will hopefully be celebrated with Take a Dump on number 10.
I think anybody watching at home as well, because we've got 600 people now watching across all different platforms. Any of you guys that are watching, even if you haven't got iPhones, maybe you've got Androids, there will be people in your household or your friends group that have. So please do, share the photos, go onto the Crewkerne Gazette's Facebook page, or Twitter pages, or X as we call it now, and share their stuff, their content. Let your friends know to buy it, and let them know why. Let them know why they're doing it. Saying it's just 79 pence, and every sale will count. And literally 100 sales. I mean, there's 600 of you watching this live stream, right? If all of you downloaded it and you got one more person's download it, it would be at number 1 by midnight with absolute ease. And it's really important. And we'll, as I say, for the new people, we'll scroll through, just in case you don't know how iTunes works anymore. Just go on your iPhone, search iTunes in the scroll bar, and it will pop up there. Now, in the charts, you'll already see right there at the top, the Crewkerne Gazette's already there. So you can click on that. You can see I already bought it, but you can click on that and click the pay button, or you can search it in the trending topic and you'll find it there and buy it. It's as simple as that. And it's completely and utterly different to the to streaming it on Apple Music. And for the people that are watching at home don't know how it works, for every 500 streams on Apple Music or on Spotify is the equivalent of just one iTunes sale. So if you, for example, get 1,000 of you download the song on iTunes, that counts as 500,000 streams on Apple Music and Spotify. So you can see how valuable iTunes is and why it's more valuable for us to do iTunes is the way of doing it. So it's sitting, and you've climbed quite a lot today. You started the morning about 70, 60, something like that.
Yeah, I think we were at 19 this morning, and then it jumped up very quickly to number 7, held that for a while. And in the last few hours, we've seen this determined move by people to really push it to the top. I think even though we've got a few hours now, for the reasons you outlined, George, there's so many people here. Hi, everyone. If you're listening to it, please go and buy the song. It could just be the final push to get it over that hurdle. And what a fantastic moment in history this would be to dethrone Palestine Together and to collectively take a dump on number 10.
I mean, let's make no mistake. It would be an absolute scandal if a Palestinian song was number 1 at Christmas as a protest song. That's not what our Christmas is about, as you say. I know that the song that you've released is political satire as well, and comedy. But at least it is a Christmas song, and at least it is Christmas relevant. Whereas the Palestinian one is in my opinion, it's not appropriate, and I don't think anybody really wants that for Christmas, do they? As their number 1, and it would be a real shame. So anybody watching this, please do it. Now, I think after this, if I'm correct, we're going to take about a 10-minute break, and then we're going to go on to Spaces on X. Is that right?
I think we're going to take a break to take dumps ourselves, and we'll look to go onto Spaces or something, and hopefully people have some questions, and we'll have a bit of banter and a good time.
Perfect. So if any of you are listening to this now on Facebook or YouTube, TikTok or Instagram, because I know there's a lot of viewers on there, head over to the Crewkerne Gazette X. What's your handle? I guess it's just Crewkerne Gazette, is it?
Crewkerne Gaz on X, and Crewkerne Gazette on all other platforms.
Wonderful. We'll be on there in about 10-15 minutes time. So if any of you are watching there, but thanks for coming on the show today, and
it's been a pleasure, George.
Tomorrow.
Thank you.
Tomorrow. And we will see everybody on X in about 10 minutes, and I will leave you all with a clip of the song again. And as soon as this is done, get on iTunes and download it. I'll speak to you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Hey! Special delivery for Cirque here. Hey! Santa suits, shiny boots, jingle on the floor. Knock, knock, number 10, Kier opened the door. Made my list, checked it twice, guess who's there again? Nigel Claus is coming down the flue at number 10. Hey, hey, Santa dump at number 10. Hey, hey, I'll dump on Kier.